30-minute workout for 30... Oops, that's not what I meant. It's 30-minute workout for 18 plus inch arms or something like that. Enjoy the video.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another commentary. This is actually the workout from yesterday. I decided to split it into two videos just because I didn't want to make a 20-minute video because I'm trying to make more high entertaining shorter videos for you guys. Not specifically shorter videos, I just want to make sure that every second of a video is entertaining and it's not overdone or there's not too much going on or too much to focus on in one video. So I split it into two videos because I'm trying to do the best that I can for you guys. Anyways, we have a chest and arms workout. I didn't actually record any of the chest stuff except for this one set of 225 for 10. We started out with our arms movement on tricep pull downs. For me, I always like to start my arms workout with tricep pull downs. I like that pull down motion for the inner head of the tricep. It gives me a very nice, tight feeling, good activation, good contraction in the muscle, if you will. And what I like to do basically is just hit a lot of volume. So I'll hit 2 to 3 workup sets, anywhere between 12 to 16 reps, just really squeezing at the bottom of the contraction, at the lockout portion of the movement. And then I'll go so far as to I even like to do like a triple drop set. And that's just the beginning of my arms workout. For me, building bigger arms has always been, and I've told you this over and over again, but I will keep saying it, it's always about volume. But keep in mind, guys, here I am lifting around 60 to 70 to 80 pounds on these pull down reps. So at the same time, volume is the prime mover of building muscle, but you have to get stronger across that volume. Across the years, you want to be doing, you start out doing 30 to 40 pounds on tricep pull downs for sets of 12 to 16 reps, sets. And eventually you want to be able to do like 60 to 90 to 100 pounds with sets of 12 to 16 reps, and just keep going, keep getting stronger, keep building up volume, keep doing different exercises, doing more volume, and eventually over time your arms will grow if you just beat the living crap out of them. Arms are one of the hardest things to grow, and you might think that I just genetically have always had big arms, but when I started lifting, first thing for me to grow was chest, and everything else was lagging behind. Second thing for me to grow was back. Third thing for me to grow was arms, and the last thing for me was legs. I always had trouble with legs. Anyways, back to what we have at hand here. What you see here is a very lightweight tricep extension. It's kind of like a variation of the skull crusher. You have to use a lot lighter weight because this movement is a little harder on the tendons, but this movement done correctly, just dropping the dumbbell behind your head, really good contraction. This is secondary movement to focus on the inner head of the tricep, the head that you can see on camera right now, because that's where I really want to improve, because the outer head of my tricep is pretty good, but I've had a tough time developing the inner heads of my tricep. I've just had a tough time getting them to become visible. I mean, you can just look at my Instagram and videos from a couple years back, and my inner heads of my tricep were just non-existent. I have pretty decent outer heads on my triceps, but the inner heads were just having a tough time growing. So what I did with these is I just did sets on sets with the 35s, and then I believe that I dropped them down to 30s, and I just blasted out as many sets of 10 to 12 of those tricep extensions, above head extensions, whatever you want to call them. And then I went directly on to some really strict form bicep curls with the 35-pound dumbbells. And for me, guys, biceps and dumbbells, that's my thing. Bicep curls with the dumbbells. Dumbbells are my number one favorite movement for biceps. For me, guys, I've always been able to get the absolute best contraction out of dumbbell curls. I'm not gonna dive deep into the science of exactly why that is for me, but I really like to do 10 to 12 reps with curls, and then switch it to 10 to 12 reps with the hammer curls, which is just curling to the side here, which works more of the brachialis muscle as opposed to the bicep. The supinating curls that you see here are going to work more of the inner head of your bicep and give you more of that bicep peak, and the hammer curls that you see me doing secondary are going to work more of that brachialis muscle, which is like that little muscle right in the middle of my arm, not the forearm muscle. That would actually be the brachioradialis. I'm not really even good at saying that word, but I don't do any direct forearm work. I find that doing hammer curls to hit the brachialis actually does very, very well on hitting the forearm as well. So I'm not big on just doing like wrist curls or anything like that. It's just not my thing. I do forearm warm-ups and wrist warm-ups, but I've never been one to just like really hammer on forearm exercises because I feel like my forearms are growing at a good pace, and I don't really even want like giant ass forearms as compared to my biceps, triceps, and brachialis. I just proportions. I'm not super worried about my forearms being small. It's never been a problem. So back to what I was doing here. I ended up doing like I think I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps on supinating dumbbell curls, and then 10 to 12 reps with the hammer curls. And by that last set, which is, it's actually like 24-ish reps that I was doing per set, which per arm equals like 40 something reps I was doing, if you put in the reps from both arms. It's a lot of volume. So much volume that my forearm was like almost twitching. I don't know about you guys, but for me, after a workout like this, a lot of times my forearm and my brachialis, like both of them will be like twitching and pulsating. So to finish off biceps, what I decided to do was just some isolated curls, some isolated machine curls. So these are my favorite form of concentrated curls. I'm not really all that into the dumbbell between the leg pull-up concentration curls. I like them, but machines are so much better at isolating things. I like to use dumbbells and barbells to get a lot of volume in, to get a lot of reps and sets in, and then I like to use machines to just worry about isolating. And when I'm using these machines and isolating things, I don't even worry about the reps or sets. I just keep beating on the muscle. I think I was even doing like 30 to 40 reps on these tricep extensions right here, which brings me to this. After I did that bicep isolation concentration curl, so many words, I did these tricep lateral extensions. And you can do tricep lateral extensions with just a tricep and hanging your arm out to like a 90-degree angle and just pulling it straight out, but I like to use the machines better because there's no gravity pulling your arm down, pulling on your shoulders, so you can really focus on the contraction at the end. And I find these to be a great finisher for triceps. And yeah, that's pretty much how my arm workouts look. They're a little bit different sometimes. I don't do a lot of variation for my biceps. I usually do like a dumbbell movement or a barbell movement and just do a lot of volume on that one movement, and then I'll do 1 to 2 isolation movements and just like literally beat the crap out of my biceps. So that's my arm workout, guys. It's all about volume and it's all about the contraction, and I promise you do this and your arms will grow. Until next time, guys, all love. Comment and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. I will answer them. Bye-bye.